Now, from Into Tomorrow, this is an ITTV special report.
Our first guest this hour is showing, as always, some very cool product. How about a 3D laptop, among other things? That's what they're showing here at IFA. He is the Public Relations Manager for EMEA, the Europe, Middle East, and Africa area. Manuel Linnig. Manuel, welcome Into Tomorrow. How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing well. HP always doing fun products, always the envy, if you will, of many other companies showing cool things. And, of course, the Envy line of laptops that you guys have come out with, always getting lots of attention.
That is true, and as a matter of fact, we announced it yesterday but launched it today, so it's the first off in Europe anyway. We're expanding our Envy line, or updating it, as you say. You already brought it up to speed on the first 3D notebook, which we're launching today, which is also fully capable of watching 2D, because there's content available in both 2D and 3D. It's a 17-inch one, because we just feel 17-inch brings across the full HD 3D viewing, where some other products with smaller displays, the resolution goes down, obviously. So that's one of the first great products we're launching here as 3D gets ready for Christmas.
And that's an important point about the 17-inch. Really is important. If you don't have a large enough screen, you can't possibly enjoy 3D. Some even argue you can't enjoy HD on a small screen because you just can't see detail like that.
That's totally true. You can. I mean, you're going to need to make a sacrifice if you go smaller, either on 2D or 3D. So.
Sure, yeah. I mean, nothing's impossible, but if you really want to get involved and enjoy what you're watching.
But it's the same with television. Why would you want to make a compromise? You want to watch television, that's it.
Yeah.
So that's why we waited a little bit and developed a 17-inch, because we just feel on a PC this is the right size for 3D and 2D viewing content, and I said in full HD capacity.
And, of course, it's not just movies. It's not just television shows or sporting events that you might be watching. But if you're into gaming, and 3D gaming certainly getting more and more popular, here's another great example of why you want a larger screen.
Absolutely, although that one we targeted more on the entertainment rather than gaming. Games will come, content, movie, films, TVs first here. So we're targeting first what's available versus what will come and maybe will come, and then depending on, is it on consoles, is it on PCs? PC gaming is still big, but we still think entertainment, movie, TV is bigger.
Sure.
So that's why we made a decision.
Has there been a lot of initial excitement about the 3D laptop? I mean, are folks saying, finally, we have it available? Or do you find that it's really more of a marketing thing until we get folks with the big picture?
It's a good comment. I mean, it's one of those, it's the same, I don't know, in the US, but in Europe, everybody buys an HD TV, but nobody has content.
Yeah. And initially, we still hear, honest to God, from probably 40% of our listeners, and our listeners yet that are more tech savvy, that realize, hey, that's true, I've had an HD TV, but I don't have a source. And even if it's, free off the air or whatever, get a high-def source, my gosh, to enjoy that set. So the same thing certainly applies to a good new notebook. You've got to have content.
Absolutely. But we still think with the Christmas coming up, there will be lots of new content. We definitely know in Europe the film industry is leading the 3D content in terms of movies available, cinemas available. So it's definitely will be coming. We'll see how much and what, but I definitely think so. People, if they want to buy it now, they're at least ready for that, and I think that's the same principle with TVs. You're ready for, when it's available, rather than having to buy a new set of devices.
True, and what a better time than the holidays to be thinking in terms of upgrading or getting the gift for someone who otherwise has everything. Exactly. And it might as well be a 3D laptop.
Could be as well, yeah.
Now, what makes the Envy series in general different than most others out there?
It's made out of the real stuff, actually. When I say the real stuff, I'm sure you have touched laptops and they feel materially plasticky.
Yeah.
So the Envy is made of real metal and aluminum brush. So that makes it the real thing.
Yeah, my producer Rob, first of all, runs up to me and says, "Oh, I love the feel of that laptop." And I said, "Is it about the feel of the laptop or what it can do?" And he goes, "Well, it's about it all." But he says, if you feel it and you know it's made well, he says, to me anyway, it seems like you're enjoying what you've got more.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably a good example.
It's totally the feel people have about it. They feel it. You know, you have a certain weight, of course, with it, but you know, it's made out of real stuff.
Yeah.
It's you know, I'll give you another example. You know, you have 2 bottles in your bottle. Let's take, you know, we're gonna have later on a cool beer.
I hope so, because I'm sweating, as you can see on the video, like crazy.
I'll
here.
give you a plastic bottle or a glass bottle. Which one are you going to say is cold or warm?
Yes.
Even those are cold.
Good point.
So a lot about is feel, touch, because if you go into stores, you know, people look at it, and from looking at it, you're never going to see a difference because pretty much everything close enough looks the same, different colors. But once you touch it, and people will go and touch stuff because they just love to touch that, then they definitely will feel the difference. And that's when they notice, hey, this is real.
Now let's talk for a minute about the Beats sound technology as well. What impact has that had and provided, for that matter, for HP and the products you're using the Beats technology with?
We have been working with Beats and Dr. Dre and Jimmy for a while, and have been in discussion with them. You know, they came to us at one point saying, you know, why can't I listen to the music on a PC the way I created it? We said, well, good question. So they're the experts.
Yeah, exactly.
We're the PC experts.
Listen.
For me, music is music.
Yeah.
So we started to look at us, and you know, with the development and the working together, they really showed us, you know, this is how I created music, and then I also wanted it intended to be listened that way. So that's when we started to work with them, you know, on headsets, on the PC, how to improve that. And that's how we came up with the partnership and now developed the first Beats edition with them by Dr. Dre. So
and even you, as you say, music is music. You know what you like,
but you can hear the difference.
Noticed a major difference, huh?
Absolutely, you definitely do. And I think now you finally can get the vision and the audio you want. So
you have
that's
all wrapped
wonderful.
up in a perfect package. So check out the NV line. Check out all the goodies at hp.com. We'll link you there too. Although that's got to be one of the easiest URLs we can give this whole week. hp.com is very easy. Manuel, thanks for spending a few minutes with us.
Thank you, Dave.
Good luck here at the show at IFA, and keep up the good work. We love talking about it.
Thank you very much.
Our pleasure. We're back with more from Berlin, Germany, and IFA. We don't want you to miss a minute of this week's Into Tomorrow, all 3 hours, part of our 3 weeks worth of IFA coverage. Check it all out at intotomorrow.com. I'm Dave Graveline. We're back with more right after this.